instances, right? EC2 instances. Anybody don't know how to create instance here? Everyone know EC2 instance creation. Okay. So what's the default size for one EC2 instance? The volume size for EC2 instance. One EC2 instance on default is there. You know what is going to be the volume for that? What is the size of the storage for that one? Huh? 8 GB. How did you know? What is the default instance for that? Okay. What is the default? Default means what is the minimum we have to give? Huh? Minimum 8. What about if I can give 6? It will not. What? It will not, huh? What, man? You're studying cloud computing, but it won't work. Seriously. It's okay, man. It won't work actually. So now I'm going here, and I'm having a lot of instances. I'm going to one instance is there. I'm going to terminate instance. Okay, so now I'm going to volumes. Okay, so elastic block storage volumes. So volumes. Okay, so this volume is already created attached to that particular instance. Okay, now I'm going to create a new volume. What is volume? What is volume? What is volume? Arey, tell something more. Volume is a hard disk. So in AWS, if you consider what is the volume is going to be a hard disk. I'm going to create a EBS volume, EBS VM. Okay, for example, I'm just typing the name is as a EBS VM. Can you see? It's not possible. It's not visible. I'm just giving the name is called as a EBS VM. Okay, I'm going to create one instances. Don't ask me that how to create instances again. So if you can come down, I'm choosing this one. Key pair, I'm choosing the key pair, and I'm allowing the SSH key from here. This all is the default, right? Everything. Now I'm doing the 8 GB of the hard disk. Now, if I can give 9 GB, it will work. But what happens if I get 7 GB? The volume is smaller than snapshot. Must be greater than at least 8. Okay. So we need a minimum 8 GB of hard disk in our laptop. Okay. Just like how much storage space you have in your phone. How much storage space you have in your phone? Huh? 128 GB. Anybody? Hey, tell something, no? Huh? 64 GB. 64 GB. Okay, so 64 GB, 120 MB, all these things will be there. Okay. Now for this OS to be created, it need minimum of 8 GB of hard disk. Okay, now we're creating the launching instances. Now we created a instance. Okay, if you can go and see under the volumes, whatever the 8 GB you are given, right? That 8 GB volume should be created over here. Okay, so this is the new volume is been created. Okay, now we can see in use you can attach to the EC2 instances EBS VM. Previously one volume was there. Whenever I deleted that instance, that's also be deleted automatically. Now this volume has been attached to the EBS instance. Okay, this is what called a EBS volume. Okay, so what is EBS volume? EBS is called as a elastic. Okay, this is the volume. It called as a elastic block storage. Okay, so this concept is called as a elastic block storage. It's a block device. Okay, now I have only 8 GB. Okay, tomorrow I'm just thinking that okay, I want some more GB to be increased. I want to increase my size. Just like I was just explaining them. Okay, so I have bought laptop. Okay, so for example, I have bought a laptop and I also bought one external hard disk. That external hard disk is going to be 1000 GB, for example. Okay, for the 1000 GB, I want the 1000 GB to be increased. I bought it, but again I'm going taking it to the customer. The shop owner. Sir, by mistake I bought it. Can you just increase it and give it to me? Is it possible? It's not possible, right? Because it's already bought. Okay. But if you buy some kind of a dress, okay, if you go to the shopkeeper say that, sir, I bought a wrong dress, can you just adjust it, give it to me? They can adjust it, some way adjust. But volume solar we cannot adjust. No, we cannot increase. We need to buy the new one only, or you use the existing ones. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay, so we cannot increase the current volume. But what we can do, you can buy one more volume. Okay, buy I want 2 TB or disk. Okay, you can buy one more volume and they can attach it. Still, you will get 2 TB, right? Similarly, now this machine is having a only 8 GB of hard disk. Okay, we are going to see and log in and see that is this how is this VM is having how to check this VM hard disk, right? I'm going to connect to this one. You know how to connect to this connect to the VMs and everything. So if you have any doubts, please don't ask me because you already know all these things, right? So many times. So I'm going to connect it. Okay, now I'm going to do sudo su hyphen. Okay, now I'm going to is the root, right? So now I'm going to do df hyphen h. Okay, so what it is telling you is that so it'll be giving you all the volumes names. Okay, so it's telling me that where is my GB? Because 4.1 and 4.9. Okay, so these many things are there. So I'm going to do lsblk. Okay, so it's going to be telling me that so slash xvda. Okay, is the only one volume has been attached to this one. Okay, so which means that I have only one volume. Okay, these are all things it will be telling me that so how many volumes is been attached. Okay, how many what is there inside the OS. So we are going to see that how many volumes has been attached. Okay, now we are going to see that what is the volume name and where it's been attached. Okay, we are going to see volume. Okay, so this is the volume. It's been attached to slash dev x vda. This is the place it has been attached. It is created on folder. Inside that folder, it's attached. Okay, it may be a little bit of confusing for you because it is Linux. You have to learn all these things. Okay, it's been attached inside this volume. Okay, slash dev xvda. xvda. Okay, this is the only one disk has been attached. That disk has been partitioned into multiple. We have a folder, right? If you have a Linux, you have a C colon, D colon, E colon. Okay, but totally we have a 250 GB only. But we have a C colon, D colon, something like that. That is the reason. That is how it has been, formatted into slash dv1. It's having the slash. It has having a 8.6 GB. It's been there. Okay. Now we are going to see that. Okay, let's open this document. Maybe it'll be easy for you. Where is the document? Okay, here. Okay, now we have a EC2 instances. Okay, now we are going to see create volumes and all these things we are doing. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to show this one. Okay, so this is the Linux lsblk. Okay, so they are seeing that so only one xvda. This one is there. Okay, we already seen this one. Now we are going to see df-h and see df-h and see what are the volumes is been there slash x vda1. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a new volume and I'm going to attach to that volume. Okay, so now I'm going to create a new volume. How to create a new volume? I'm going to volume tab under block storage. I'm going to volumes and create volume. I'm going to create a volume of 10 GB. Okay, so 10 GB I'm going to create volume. Okay, so now I have two volumes. Okay, one is already been attached to the instances. One is free. I just bought the volume, but I didn't attach to it. Okay, now I'm going to click on this one and click on action. Okay, I think still it's been created, getting created actually. Okay, attach volume. This option has been enabled. Okay, you can see attach volume. You can see from the full action and then the attach volume. If you click attach volume, it can show me that, it can show you, okay, what is the instance ID. What is the instance ID to be attached? What is instance ID? These two instances are stopped. Okay, now I'm going to, why this instance was stopped? Array? Okay, EC2 VM, this is running. Okay, I'm going to copy this one and I'm going to, hey, why it is not showing attached volume? Okay, let's go to volumes and I click on here. Maybe this volume will maybe take some time maybe. Hey, 7D. 7D stopped. This one is stopped. One is terminated. But where is another instance? Array? Okay. For example, I think we can also go here from here and we can attach the volume maybe. I don't know. Instance, action, instance settings, and networking security, images template, create an image, and then launch image. So let's wait for some time, until that let that image, or did I choose the wrong? Did I choose the wrong image? Wrong volume ID. 10 GB only, right? It's not been attached already. Array? Okay, let me create a new volume. Let's see. I'm going to create a volume called 11 volume and throughput. I think I have not selected the availability zones. So this one is in different availability zones. Okay, so let's choose the same availability zone here. Okay, so this is 1B. Okay, I think I missed it. Let's create in 1B so that so both should be in the same region. Okay, same availability zone. Okay, so then let's create this one. Now let's see if you're able to create this one. Okay, so these two are the 1A. That's why it's not been able to attach. Okay, so now I'm going to volumes and I've created a volume of 11 GB, right? Okay, now 11 GB volume has been created. Now I'm going and attaching this volume. Attach volumes is in the availability zone. Only one instance is running. I'm just attaching that instance. Okay, so I'm going to name it. Okay, SDB or SDC. I'm going to do it. Okay, so SDA is what already been there. I'm going to name it to SDB. Attach volumes. Okay, now I have attached that particular volume to the instances. Okay, now I'm going inside and see this. Okay, you saw the output, right? Whatever is already been there. Okay, now I'm going to do lsblk again. See, there is the xvdb is created, 11 GB. Yes, it has been attached to this instance. Now, how many GB of hard disk we have now? So previously we have only one xvda. It is having 8 GB only. It is having the partition of these things. Now we have xvdb. It's also been there. It's been created to 11 GB. It's been attached to the instances. Okay. Any questions till now? It's clear, right? So now we are going to. Now what are we going to do is that we are going to use that volume. Okay. If you want to use that volume, we need to format it first. If you are buying on a hard disk, right? First and foremost things, if you are connecting to any machine, it will ask you to format. Okay, or somebody they will format and give it to you maybe. So whether are you using Linux or Windows? Okay, so some of the things it won't support both. If you get on pen drive, right? If it's already been used in Windows, if you connect it to Linux, it won't work. All the files are now it can't open because it's been formatted in Windows format. Okay, now this is in a Linux format. Okay, now lsblk Now it's done, right? Okay. Now let me follow the. Now we need to create a file system out of it to use it. Okay. Now I'm going to create one kind of folder, mkdir. Okay, mkdir. Now if I mount, so you have a pen drive, right? If you mount that pen drive, if you connect the pen drive, okay, it will create one folder, right? In the laptop, if you connect one folder, it will create one folder. I mean, connect the laptop, it will create one folder. Inside the folder, all the files will be there. You create one disk, right? Similarly, we have to create one more folder. Inside the folder, we are going to mount that files. Okay, let's see. I'm creating a folder called, okay, I don't have anything here. I'm going to create a folder called mkdir cloud. This is the folder I'm creating. What I'm doing is I'm going to mount that volume, 11 GB volume inside this one. Okay, now we need to create a file system out of it. So what's the command to create a file system? mkfs. So this is kind of a mkdir we created. Okay, we're going to create a mkfs.ext4 of this volume name we're going to give. Okay, let's see. mkfs itself is enough, so it automatically take that default one, ext4. mkfs, what's the volume name? xvdb. Why this volume name has been created like this? Why the name came like this? Yeah, so when you're creating image, right, we have chosen the name xvdabc. Yes or no? Array, tell something, no? Yes, right? Huh? Yes, right. Okay, so now I'm going to mkfs.xvdb. Okay, and sudo, if you want to do, if you not to do it, you can just sudo. Okay. Okay, I think we need to do with the /dev. Okay, so for everything we need to do /dev xvdb. Why? The reason why is that everything is been inside /dev only. Okay, so everything will be for mounted in /dev. Okay, I'm going to do like this. Now it's creating a file system. Now file system is completed. Okay, the file system is been done. Now I'm going to file system mkdfs is done. Okay, now I'm going to mount this volume. I'm going to mount this volume. What I'm attaching the pen drive, something like that. Attaching pen drive that will go and mount to that folder. It's very simple, right? No, so I'm going to attach to that one. So sudo. Okay, so now I'm going to do mount. The device name is going to be this one. The folder is going to be cloud. This is the folder. Okay, let's see if the folder is there or not. This the folder is already there. Okay, folder is there here. I'm going to do /mount. It's going to tab. Now volume is mounted. Okay, now volume is mounted. Let's see what is the next step. Okay, now let's do df-h and see what has been there inside. See, /dev. Okay, now this volume has been showing over here. It has been attached to root and cloud. Okay, so now it's been attached to /root and cloud. Means I have here the cloud is there. It is a root. So is /inside cloud. If you can see, pwd %working directory as showing the root. It's kind of a cloud it's showing. Okay, now it's been attached to this one. Now I'm going to create one folder inside. Okay, so cloud. I'm going to create mkdir. Okay, so there is a almost folder called loss plus found, which means that it's been formatted. Okay, so now I'm going to create one kind of a file, touch hello.txt. Now just imagine I have a pen drive or hard disk, external hard disk. I connected to the machine. I created one file, copied one file inside that machine. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to I'm going to detach the, I'm going to detach. Now it's been connected to machine. I'm going to detach. What happens if I detach it? Detach it. Now I have one file here. Hi hello.txt is there. What happens if I detach it? Sorry, what is that? Detach it. Just like pen drive, right? If you use the data drives also, the files will be there in the pen drive, right? Unless we can also attach to some other instance also. We can just do some detach and see what's going to be happening now. Okay, so volumes. Let's go to the 11 GB volume and then go and detach volume. Okay, now I detach the volume. Okay, now if I can go and see, okay, so input output error is showing. Why? This volume is already detached. Okay, this volume is not been over here. Okay, so now if you can go and see here, the only folder is there, folder I created, but inside that, the file will be there. Hello.txt we created, right, one file. It's not there. Okay, because it has been forcefully unmounted, forcefully ejected. Whenever you are just removing the laptop, removing the pen drive, right, you know, they will give you the error saying that your pen drive is forcefully ejected, something like that. Okay, so this is what it is. Again, we can connect it to same machine or some other machine. Yes or no? You understand it, right? I'm just feeling like so I'm just getting scared. Okay, this is what called EBS volume. Okay, so EBS volume, you're creating some kind of volume and you're attaching that volume to some kind of a instances. And tomorrow, if you go for interview, right? So these are the basic questions they'll ask you. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.